How's it going, guys? So the exciting time of year is finally here. We have some little babies. So after a long day at work, I finally come home and I've noticed there is some baby blotchies in here. So I've picked them up on my camera that I've been recording on all day. It's been sending me notifications. There's little babies running around. I've been watching them. So now let's finally get some out. Let's see what we can find. So we'll try in this box first. Mama's in here. Might just get this whole thing out. Get this out.
There he is in the back.
There's Mama looking deflated, and oh, there's two more in here. Look at them. How good's that? Little baby blotched blueies, and they're pretty. Look at them. Wow. So we'll have a little look around in here with Mum, see if there's any more. I saw during the day on the camera there was a couple that ran into here. Have we got any more? And a shout out to my father behind the camera. He's actually pulled out a few of them already today. And she's looking so deflated now. I've got some video of her just yesterday, huffing and puffing, looking huge. And now she's actually very deflated. She might still have another one or two in there. But wow, she's done a great job. Go Mama. So I can't see any more in here. Alright, so here we have all the little beauties. They're so darn cool. These are my favorite blue tongue species, and these guys are awesome. So there's 7 of them. There was one stillborn that my dad found as well, which is pretty typical, especially with that big heat wave we had. I think that probably contributed to that. But these guys are all incredible. They're all pretty perfect as far as I can see. Let me just try and have a look here. Now there is one that's a little bit special. This fella right here, he actually has a bit of a stumpy tail. Pretty sure he was born that way. It's a little bit, doesn't go quite to the point, which is pretty funny, but all the rest are totally perfect. It's awesome, and some awesome colors already coming through. Like, look at that one. He's already got those reds and oranges coming through. They're such beautiful little animals. Alpine blotchies are my favorite. Nothing can beat these guys. And oh my god, just look at them. So many little babies. I mean, how can you not fall in love with these little critters? They're so awesome. This is the best way to start the year, and I've been waiting all year for this. I've been obsessing over these baby blotchies, and this is just the first litter. I think I've got another 3 females that are pregnant, so exciting times. And let's get these little guys set up. So for the moment, I've just got the babies set up in the rack system here. Really simple little setup. If we have a look, we've just got some paper, food and water, some hides, a bit of leaf litter for them to bury around in, and you know, a bit of enrichment. They should just be under here. There they are, having a little sleep. You can see them in there. So I've separated them out a little bit. Here's another one over here. And they're so awesome. So this is just some underbelly heat, like your typical sort of racking system. And they'll just be in here for the first little bit of their life, but I'll always take them out for some sun. And then once they're big enough, they'll go outside full term and live out the rest of their life out there. But this is just a good little start for them. Keeps it really manageable, so I can keep a really close eye on them. And it's really simple for them. And off he zooms. Now I have them on paper for the first little bit, just so I can really monitor everything's alright, everything's passing through them okay, they're doing well, and then after that I'm going to switch them over to a substrate. There's a couple more in here. I've already got a little favourite, I think that's him right here. This one's really red. Yeah, he's got some beautiful little colours. But yeah, once they shed, it'll be a better indicator of how they're actually going to look. But God, they're just so cute. I love these little critters so much. Yeah, I can't wait for them to grow up a bit. And they love zooming off at the moment, don't they? They're grumpy little things, but that's really good because that's a sign that, you know, they're vigorous little animals and they're not weak and they're going to do really well. So it's exciting times. And what's been really good is I've prepared in advance, so these setups are all ready to go, so I can just pop the lizards in when they came out. And I even have a whole bunch of other tubs here that are ready to go for other lizards, and I've even built a whole new rack as well, depending on how many I get. It's all about being prepared. If you can get the animals set up as quick as possible, settled in, then they're going to thrive. So for these guys at this age, pretty simple diet for them, mostly protein based. So I'm feeding them some dry dog food that's crushed up there so they can fit it in their little mouths, as well as some wet dog food. That's just some kangaroo and green bean, sweet potato, Nature's Goodness I believe the brand is. I'll also give them some pedigree, as well as insects, live insects, things like that. A bit of variety for them, but mostly protein based stuff, maybe even a bit of cat food as well. Because in the wild they're mostly eating small invertebrates and things like that. As they get older, they'll move on to a bit more of vegetation in their diet, a bit of fruit as well, but for now, keep them nice and chunky. And they're still so grumpy. I just put him back down and he just wants to kill me. Hey, what's wrong with you? But that's such a good sign that these guys are healthy little babies. Oh, nearly got me. Try not to stress him out, but once you pick them up, they're like, oh, okay. They're so cute at this age. But yeah, that's a sign of a good, healthy, vigorous baby. It's got a lot of fight in it. And yeah, these guys are just going to be great as they grow up. And they're going to calm down a bit, hopefully, but Blotchies are just renowned for being really huffy little things. That's why I love them. They're so full of attitude and character. And off he goes. So what's great about the Alpine Blotchies as well, or Blotchies in general, is they can go very well cohabitating together. So they're not really going to fight or carry on too much, whereas I found Eastern blue tongue babies, they'll go alright for maybe a week or two, but then they start getting dominance issues and fighting and tails getting bitten off, things like that. But the Blotchies are really quite calm with each other, so it makes them so much easier to house, because you can house them together and they'll all get along fine. So hopefully you guys remember a year ago I actually had babies as well. 3 years in a row now for that same pair we've got babies, and these are 3 of those babies from last season. So they're, you know, a bit over a year old now. They're absolutely huge. It's insane how much they can grow up in a year. And they're big, dark animals now, going absolutely awesome. Hopefully next season they'll be big enough to breed. But yeah, they're so cool. How good's that? Now this season it's not just this girl going to give me babies, I hope at least. I've got another 3 more girls up the back there. I've got some video I'll show you now of them huffing and puffing as well. They're a bit later than her, and this is actually the latest I've ever had the blueies come out. Usually it's around Christmas time, but now these guys came on the 14th of January. We had a lot of cold weather, a lot of rain, and just cold weather, so they came out a little bit later. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're just as excited about these little beauties as I am. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel to see if I get any more of these from those other females. Otherwise, subscribe for more Australian reptiles and much more. I'll see you next time.